back to Daytona Supercross. I'm Brian Trevor with two-time Daytona winner Rick Johnson up here in the booth, and a cast of thousands bringing you live Supercross from Daytona. In this heat is Sebastien Tortelli, Jeremy McGrath, and two-time 125 Daytona winner Travis Pastrana.
Yeah,
heat number 3.
Travis was very strong in practice, Brian. The sign is sideways, and these guys are ready to go. They're dialed in, and the 3 guys we talked about are side by side, so let's see how they get out of the gate.
199 is Pastrana, 2 is McGrath, 13, the lucky number for Sebastien Tortelli.
First was McGrath, and now Pastrana's made an aggressive move, and now he's moved himself back into the lead, but McGrath has got the inside, so if there's going to be a block match, this will be it.
And McGrath out in front, out of the starting gate, and heading over towards the finish line, set of bumps. It's Jeremy McGrath with a pretty decent lead. He's got a, I guess you'd say, a 2-bump lead as he goes over the tabletop and start finish. It's McGrath out in front.
Well, it's been really good to see Jeremy McGrath getting back to his natural form, and that's being up front. He got on the podium in Atlanta, but now he seems to be relaxed here in Daytona, where last year he really struggled with that, so this could be great for him mentally. But here comes Pastrana.
Pastrana, Sebastien Tortelli, and Keith Johnson back in 3rd and 4th spot, and there he goes right by.
We looked at the pass there. McGrath sort of set himself up on the outside, and Pastrana just took the shortest route to the inside and took away the lead from the king of Supercross.
So now it is Travis Pastrana out in front through the second whoop section. McGrath is chasing him pretty hard and closing ground. Up behind is Sebastien Tortelli on the 13 bike, and they have closed up pretty much nose to tail now.
Yes, Tortelli coming off major shoulder injury, but the length of Pastrana's body, he's got long legs, it helps him in the sand, but Jeremy McGrath on the tight inside is able to get back in front of him, but here comes the jumping king. Pastrana gets back out in front. Unbelievable racing for the first lap of a heat race.
Sebastien Tortelli in 3rd, but up front it's now Travis Pastrana, and he looks like he's really having fun. Feet off the pegs, going around the curve. Here comes McGrath trying to close it up a little bit, but it is Pastrana still out in front.
And Sebastien Tortelli is doing a great job of keeping them guys in sync. What's amazing is how far they get stretched out, and in one corner, one bump, one jump, they've made up basically 10 bike lengths. So we'll see this go back and forth, and that's kind of the beauty of Supercross, is that you can make up or lose 3 seconds in one lap.
Travis Pastrana, cross-start finish by just the scantest of margins, a little over a second, another second or so back to Tortelli. The top 3 pretty much gone from the rest of the field. We'll take another look at the pass by Travis Pastrana for the lead over 7-time Supercross champ Jeremy McGrath.
Yeah, Tortelli's looking very strong, and this plays into his realm of racing because he is a past world champion, so the outdoors and the speed is more his style. So if I was going to say any track suits him better, I would say it would be here at Daytona.
Well, we got the replay now of the pass by Pastrana over McGrath.
Yeah, we see Jeremy go outside to set it up, and then Pastrana just come to the inside. And basically, normally those guys would double that, but Pastrana took away the line. Neither of them could jump it, and he got himself into the lead.
So you're saying long and lean is going to be mean here at Daytona, that lanky body helps give a little more cushion for this track as it starts to come apart a little bit, and so a rider like Pastrana versus McGrath, who probably by his own admission is a little short-legged, right, may be at a disadvantage.
Well, but then we got with the shortest leg guy out there, Ricky Carmichael, who's blistering the track. So it's how you use your advantage or disadvantage, and Travis Pastrana is the most balanced on the bike that I've ever seen. But right now we see Sebastien Tortelli reeling in the king of Supercross, Jeremy McGrath.
Yeah, a little bit of kind of almost front end or head shake, we call it in street bike racing there out of McGrath's bike, as he was hard on the brakes going into that turn. Setup also very key here at Daytona, considering they've come off a lot of Supercross tracks. They're coming to one that's vastly different.
It's very crucial. Jeremy had to do quite a bit of promotions for Anheuser-Busch, and he got 2 days in the sand. But I was talking with Larry Brooks, the Team Bud Light manager, and he said that they've made some changes in practice, and Jeremy was very strong in that second practice.
Trouble for Nick Way, who was running in 5th spot. Take a look.
I didn't get to see what happened, but it looks like he just loses the front wheel, almost identical to what happened to Ricky Carmichael. And that's where I was talking about the track deteriorating, and you get the grooves in the sand and the shell dirt. And what happens is you get offline just a little bit, it grabs that front edge of the knob and pulls you down. It did it to Carmichael in the soft sand, and now to Nick Way in the shell. And when I say by the shell, I mean in this white shelly dirt.
Sebastien Tortelli hanging tough with Jeremy McGrath, although McGrath in the last few turns has really shown some style and pulled out a bit more of an advantage. By the way, the mishap of the way was a gift to Isaiah Johnson, who now moves into the 5th and final transfer spot.
Well, Jeremy's been struggling this year with a little bit of arm pump. He changed his training program and his whole lifestyle completely after last year. He felt if I could pick it up just a little bit, he would have what it takes to beat Carmichael. He went way the other route. Unbelievable cardiovascular, and I think it might have hurt him just a little bit.
Inside 5 laps to go in this third and final qualifier. We'll be back to finish it up here at Daytona. Supercross live on Speed.
It's time to spring into action at your Honda dealer. Spring into the saddle of select.
What is going on, you might ask? What happened is Travis Pastrana fell down, trying to get around the lapper, stood up and got going again right in front of Jeremy McGrath. McGrath is being attacked by Sebastien Tortelli. A three-way battle for the lead in this heat race.
Unbelievable. Travis Pastrana going down with a conflict with another rider. We take a look at it here. He has a run on it. Now all of a sudden he's got a run, and now he clips the rider's back wheel. The rider's moving to the right to get out of the way, and Travis Pastrana was in the wrong place at the wrong time, but he did get back up. Now see, look, he's setting up to pass the guy on the far right. He gets, look, the rider goes to move over, moves right into his lane, and it leaves Pastrana on the ground, but Travis gets back up and gets going before Jeremy McGrath and Tortelli get back right up behind him.
He may have some mud in his eyes there, some dirt on his face or in his goggles perhaps. Pastrana still leading. For the record, it was rider number 150, Scott Metz there, who was doing the best he could to stay out of the way. And it is Tortelli has moved past McGrath into second position out there on the racetrack. There you can see the 13 bike. And he is now heading towards Travis Pastrana, who may have been shaken a little bit by that incident.
Well, it didn't look like that hard of a crash, Brian, so I think Travis is going to be fine. I think it's just another one of those wake-up calls like Ricky Carmichael got, that you can never relax in Supercross. As soon as you think you got it in the bag, something like that happens. It wasn't Travis's fault. The rider's trying to move out of the way, but it just so happened he moved into Travis's line. So I'm impressed with Tortelli, though. He's strong, and he keeps moving forward. He's keeping Travis in sight.
Pastrana the only thing he may be doing is sort of muttering under his helmet right now about his misfortune there. But there's Sebastien Tortelli. Here's Jeremy McGrath after being passed by Tortelli. Seems to also have just kind of settled in, knows he's got a long day ahead of him. He's safely in third position right now. They're taking 5 out of the qualifiers, so that may be McGrath's game right now while we watch Sebastien Tortelli trying to chase down Pastrana. I'm not going to think he's getting it done.
Yeah, Tortelli's sort of moved out and gone on from Jeremy, but a lot of times when you get into this no man's land where you're not racing with anybody, right now Tortelli's focusing on trying to catch Travis Pastrana 199, and Pastrana's sort of, you know, staying out in front, staying away from Tortelli. As you think about your bike, you think about what changes can I make, what information can I give my mechanic slash crew chief as we go into this last lap.
White flag lap for the leader. And by the way, in case you think Ricky Carmichael's lap of 129 was impressive, this young man, Travis Pastrana, just tracked a 128. You know, they'll be looking at those sheets, the timing sheets back in the trailers going, okay, Ricky Carmichael, we got a little something for you.
But then the question is, who crashed and got up quicker, Pastrana or Ricky Carmichael? So both of them have factors here, but both of them are running very, very strong. And now it seems that Pastrana has pulled out a little bit from Tortelli, but once again, props to Tortelli. He's strong. He's coming back after a real tough shoulder injury, so it's good to see him out there.
Okay, note to self, write down a 128 is trumped by a 129 if you get up quicker after your crash.
That's right. You have to figure that in there. The crash is get up factor.
There's the 58 bike of Isaiah Johnson, by the way, who had benefited from the crash earlier. He himself went down in the very same turn and lost that number 5 spot. So he's back in 8th position. In 5th, it's Nick Way. It was Way that went down, giving 5th place to Johnson. And in 4th position, it is Keith Johnson. So we got a lot of guys out there that are safely into this one, and Travis Pastrana's already showing off for the crowd. He's done the fastest lap, he's crashed and gotten up, and now he's playing.
Now he's doing big wheelies for the crowd, and this kid is what the sport needs. I mean, he's the X-Game champion, he's won all these different championships, and he's been hurt very bad, but what I like is his enthusiasm. He thanks his sponsors, his family, his manufacturer, everything. He's unbelievable.
Checkered flag for Pastrana, so it's official. He's the winner of qualifier number 3. And the second place finish is going to go to Sebastien Tortelli with a very impressive performance, running down Jeremy McGrath and passing him for the runner-up spot. McGrath is going to come in third position, and then it's going to be Johnson and Nick Way, who also fell down and got up. We need to get a watch on this fall down, get up thing, because that, as you said, could be a very important factor. Let's go downstairs to Jamie Little.
Travis, nice battle with McGrath there in the beginning. How did you finally get around him?
Ooh, I don't even know. We were going back and forth, yelling to each other, coming in the corners, but just having fun out there, and I think that's the key to it, so it's going to be a good race.
What happened in your get-off? Same thing happened to Ricky, but you had a good enough lead. You were able to get back up. What happened?
Oh, yeah, same thing. No, a lapped rider cut all the way over trying to get out of my way and just ran right into me. So that's racing. It happens, and just ready to go out and have a good main.
Travis, the first time you've been 100% in quite a while. Good luck in the main.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Back on up to you guys.
Of course, Travis Pastrana missing the round in Atlanta because he was ill, and yeah, he's had his problems over the course of the season right now, but if he is indeed 100% healthy, there's a lot of people, including us, I think, Rick, that say he could definitely challenge Carmichael for the win here today.
Well, definitely. His longer body can play into the advantage for him. If the track stays where everyone's using the outsides and stuff, Ricky will have an advantage on those tight inside corners, though.
Top 5 go to the main. The rest of these men you'll see a little bit later on. We've got semis, last chance, and a lot more Supercross action coming up from Daytona, live on Speed.